Hey, CBC, welcome back. You are just in time for Fat Electrician talking about Joe Biden wants to unleash grizzly bears on a rural community. Actually, yeah, Heffery, it's Halloween pretty close. Why do 800-pound murder doggies have to be so cute? Red Basset, it's to entice you into getting close so they can moita you. Yes, Annex, yes. Alright, let's check this out.
This is probably going to come off pretty political, but I promise you it's just me being anti-bear. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like bears. Anytime bears are involved, it's not going to be a good time. Okay, the Chicago Bears, terrible football team. A bear market.
Boy! Nick. Okay, fair enough. I don't really care about sports anyway, so fair enough. But what did the last image say? Not this one. Dad, what's the Super Bowl? I don't know, son. We're big. Come on. It hasn't been that long since the Bears were in a Super Bowl. Come on. I mean, so what if it was almost 20 fucking years ago? Moving on.
The Chicago Bears, terrible football team. A bear market, that means the economy's doing bad. And then you have grizzly bears, which are absolutely terrifying. So when I wake up one day and this is in the headlines, obviously
Biden plans to release predator near rural community faces widespread opposition, a huge threat. U.S. drafts plan to bring grizzly bear to Washington's North Cascades. Biden admin plans to release 7 grizzly bears annually near rural communities, faces widespread backlash. Broad diet means they can harm anyone. Uh-oh. And Red Bastard, leave us not forget Jim McMahon, Walter Payton, Mike Singletary, I forget his first name, but Anderson, he was a wide receiver. Yeah, and leave us not forget the Super Bowl shuffle. Leave us not forget about that. Well, and okay, we're going wildly off topic here, but leave us not forget Rat Bastard. Hi, Fortuny Space. Hello. Welcome, readers. Hello, how are you?
Like a mean PB&J.
How are you doing? Welcome.
PB&J.
PB&J is PB&J.
How was your stream?
You said
How was stream?
I did not say PP.
Yes, we did.
Did you guys have fun?
I did not, you whore.
Hello, no name. Welcome. How was your stream, guys? Working on homework. Lovely. Wonderful. I hope you were able to accomplish a lot. For those in Potato and Space's chat that do not know me, first of all, welcome. Hello. I'm Ember, and I hope you have fun in my chat. We're watching interesting videos. Oh god. Lettng Cobalt Mew, thank you for the follow. Insert joke here. Thank you for the follow also. So, welcome to the chat. I like to do video reactions a lot. I play games sometimes, but we like to check out interesting, funny, rage-inducing videos to watch and react to. And you guys, you made it in. We're only 23 seconds into it, about when grizzly bears wanting to unleash grizzly bears on a rural community. So, well, a video of one insert joke here. I am an anime gecko. Yes, grizzly bears. And we actually got a little bit sidetracked talking about the Chicago Bears, which apparently I've been threatened with great bodily harm if I do not do the Super Bowl shuffle after this video, which apparently I'm not contractually obligated to do the Super Bowl shuffle after this video. Fair enough. But welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself. Please feel free to comment at your leisure because that's what we do. We yap about interesting videos and stuff. So let's see how this is going to go horribly, horribly wrong.
I'm gonna get a little bit upset, okay? It reads like I'm living in the Hunger Games. Basically, the Capitol is gonna start systematically releasing grizzly bears near rural communities. I'm not about it. But like an adult, I realize that news headlines are pretty misleading, so I read the entire article and it's pretty accurate.
Let's see, the proposal published in the federal filings Friday morning by the National Park Service and Fish and Wildlife include 3 options, 2 which would involve actively restoring populations of the threatened apex predator species, and 1 no-action alternative which would maintain current management practices. As part of the announcement, the public is invited to comment mid through mid-November. If this part of our natural heritage is restored, it should be done in a way that ensures communities, property, and the animals can all coexist peacefully, Hugh Morrison, the regional FWS director, said in a statement. Okay, I can't wait to hear this rationale.
Basically, the federal government wants to release 7 grizzly bears every year for the next who knows how long into this area in Washington state, and they want to get that number up to 200 grizzly bears. Which brings us to the obvious question, why the fuck would you do that? And I have looked and looked for an answer to this, and as far as I can tell, the only reason they want to start reintroducing bears into this part of the country is because fuck it, bears used to live there and bears are cool, I guess, is what their strategy is. Which, first of all, no, they're not cool, okay? This isn't a fucking Disney.
Okay, and can I just say, you slapped 200 fucking bears into that area? That area now belongs to the bears. People will not be residing in that area any longer. Flat out. They will drive humanity out of probably a, 200 square mile area, I'd say? Like, yeah, and grizzly bears, like, okay, as the saying goes, if they're brown, lay down, if they're black, fight back. And no, that's not a racial thing, it's referring to black bears. If you act aggressively towards a black bear, it will flee. If you act aggressively towards a brown bear or a grizzly bear, it will fuck you up. If it's a polar bear, just kiss your ass goodbye because you are not doing anything to a fucking polar bear. Yeah, if they're white, say goodnight. So, you put fucking grizzly bears in this area? 200 of them in the end? You have just now given that land to the grizzly bears. Because grizzly bears do not live in densely populated... sorry, let me rephrase. Grizzly bears do not have a dense population, typically speaking. You know, I think, like, grizzly bears are largely, if memory serves, if I'm remembering my etymology correctly, grizzly bears are largely solo predators. And AC 2743, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's exactly. They're solitary predators. You put 200 into an area like that, number one, they're going to have to expand their territories to remain solo predators, which means they're going to be covering at minimum 200 fucking square miles. But number two, it's going to start an all-out inner war with the grizzly bears where they will kill one another because they are solitary predators. So why in the fuck would you have a goal of dumping 200 of these fuckers in this small area? That is just that shit crazy logic all on its own.
Disney movie. That's not Baloo talking about the bare necessities in the forest. That's a 700-pound meat missile covered in fur that can run 35 miles an hour that eats its prey ass first, okay? And there's nothing cute about that. Do you understand the gravity of what I've just explained to you? Brock Lesnar weighed 265 pounds when he was the world heavyweight champion. This bear is equivalent to 3 Brock Lesnars running at you at 35 miles an hour. And to put that into perspective, Usain Bolt tops out at 27.5 miles an hour. Okay, the average American.
And leave us not forget, it's not just the weight and the speed. These motherfuckers got some big ass claws, some big ass teeth, and the majority of that weight is fucking muscle. Yeah, Blades beat you to it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. It's like, that's like 800 pounds of fucking muscle coming at you. With teeth and claws that will shred the fuck out of you. If you have not seen the bear attack in Revenant, that gives you a small inkling of what a bear is going to do to you. No, Johnny. I will not be watching movies on stream because, no. Not only will I get copyrighted to hell, only for board stream.
Can't outrun heart disease, we're definitely not going to be outrunning fucking grizzly bears if it comes to that. And I can hear the comment section already. Buh! You know, actually, bears are more scared of you than you are of them.
Wrong. So wrong. I just explained that earlier. Black bears, yes. Black bears you can scare away. By standing tall, waving their arms around, making a lot of noise, being aggressive. Yes, a black bear can be scared away. A brown bear, you do that, it's going, oh ho, are you approaching me? A brown bear will fucking JoJo your ass if you do that. And it's at that point that you go,
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Well, Kodiak bears I kind of quantify into the brown bear category, Blades. Yeah, a grizzly bear do not give a fuck. Yeah.
Buh. No, that's not true. That's some shit your dad told you when you were 7 years old on your first camping trip so that you would shut the fuck up and go to sleep so he could bang your mom in a tent, okay? That's not reality. And then you get all the environmentalist people, but you know, the ones that live way far away from this area because environmentalists never advocate for shit when it's actually in their own backyard and it affects them. But they're gonna say some shit like, oh, you know, the humans eradicated those kind, gentle creatures, and they used to live in that area, so we should really bring them back. No, okay, we used to have dinosaurs too, and there's an entire movie series about why bringing those back is a terrible idea, okay? Maybe we got rid of it for a reason. Have you ever thought of that? Because last I checked, the easiest way to get—
Wait. Did Nick just try and say we got rid of the dinosaurs? Seriously? Did I hear that right? Did Nick just try to say we got rid of the dinosaurs? I gotta hear that again.
Okay, maybe we got rid of it for a reason. Have you ever thought of that? Because last I checked, the—
Nick, can we talk? Can we talk for a moment, please? Nick, I love you. You are a masterful storyteller of history. I do. We didn't kill the dinosaurs. They were gone millions of years before humans were even a fart on the surface of the planet. Seriously, Nick, crack a book. And yes, I know he's referring to the bears. Look, I'm fucking around. I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke, guys.
The easiest way to get a city named after you on the West Coast is to get killed by a grizzly bear and then they just name a city after you. And then we have to address the elephant in the room because whether you're left, right, or center on the political spectrum, you have to admit that there is an extra layer of comedy in the fact that Joe Biden, of all presidents, wants to start releasing grizzly bears. Okay, look.
Why does it not surprise me that he would use this Photoshop? I am not at all surprised about this. And by the way, I'm surprised Nick didn't bring this up, but the whole thing about, bears are misunderstood and everything. Do you remember about that, the videographer? I forget what it was, I forget what, the name of the movie was called. Like, Bear Man or something like that. Where he spent, Grizzly Net. Yes, where he spent, I forget how it was, in the wild with the grizzly bears, documenting them and saying how, talk about how they're misunderstood and what have you. And what ended up happening, the grizzly bears eat him. Literally, that's how the movie ends. The grizzly bears eat him. And his girlfriend Wolfie? Okay, and his wolf, and his girlfriend. So yeah, grizzly bears are not misunderstood. They're called apex predators for a fucking reason. You don't get referred to as an apex predator for being a cuddly, wuddly little fluffer ball. Okay? Apex predator, there's a reason you're called that.
Bears. Okay, look, I'm not a political analyst or like somebody whose opinion you should take very seriously, but I do think it's kind of bad taste to, on one hand, be like, I want to ban powerful guns because I don't think people need them. Also, I'd like to start releasing grizzly bears indiscriminately. Okay, look, I don't ever...
Is that wrong? Oh, is 504 here? Hi, 504. I didn't see you in the chat before. Are you still having problems, 504? You still having issues with the chat? I hope you're able to get that fixed. I know you were really having trouble. And yeah, Drizzle, he absolutely has a point. 100% he has a point. You can't go telling people we want to take away these weapons because they're supposedly very dangerous. And then in the next breath say, I'm going to dump 800 pounds of death machine on your doorstep. It doesn't work. That flat out does not fucking work.
want to get asked why I need a high-capacity magazine ever again. There's never been a better excuse to have access to a lot of bullets than the federal government colluding with grizzly bears. I mean, this has to be a joke, right? Like, somebody at the White House is just being petty, like, these goddamn gun nuts want the right to bear arms, we're gonna give them the whole fucking bear. Okay, look, regardless of whoever's in office, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican, all I'm saying is that the federal government can't do anything without fucking it up, okay? This is a terrible idea. You know what? Let me give you an example off the top of my head. In 1920, the United States government banned alcohol, okay? And overnight, every bar in the country either had to shut down or get turned into an ice cream parlor. So a bunch of them did. And then you have all these people that would hang out with their buddies at the bar, and now they're hanging out at the ice cream parlor. So in many ways, ice cream filled the social gap left behind by alcohol. Got that? Okay, wonderful. By 1924, people didn't quit drinking alcohol as much as the US government would like, so they decided that they were just going to start poisoning alcohol and giving it out to Americans. 41 of them died for sure. Some estimates go up to as many as 10,000 being poisoned. Okay, fast forward 1933, Prohibition gets phased out, but you have an entire generation of children that grew up eating ice cream every day because it was the social bond that held America together because it had replaced alcohol. So the United States government needed to have a bunch of milk because they were going off to World War II and all their soldiers loved eating ice cream and frozen dairy treats. This is why to this day, every Navy ship has an ice cream machine on it and it's like mandated by naval code or whatever. And because the US government needed all this ice cream to feed their army, they needed a bunch of milk to make that ice cream with. And dairy farmers weren't even a thing yet because refrigeration had just come out.
We're getting into the cheese
feasible for one man to just harvest a bunch of milk from a ton of cows. It had never been done before in human history. And at first, it works out great. Okay, fast forward, World War II ends, the Allies win, the world is saved from the Nazis and the Imperial Japanese. Hooray. Now, the...
Good question, Johnny. Any sailors in chat? Can you please confirm, is it actual naval code to have an ice cream machine on all naval ships? Please confirm for us. Is this actual naval code? I suspect it might not be, but I am curious. False. Okay. I have two people in chat that say this is false. Okay. Very good. Thank you for your service. In multiple ways.
The army went back home, they can buy their own ice cream, and these dairy farmers don't have anybody to sell all this milk to, and the government's not about to let the dairy industry just collapse because they're the ones that convinced all these people that they had to become dairy farmers in the first place. So the government is like, fuck it, I'll buy all the milk. And then the government's like, what do we do with all this milk? And somebody says, hey, let's turn it into cheese. That way it can sit on a shelf for a little while without going bad. Then all this cheese started stacking up and they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna go hide it in a mountain in Springfield, Missouri. So that's what they did. They just kept shoving cheese into these caves every year. And every new president that came in, they're like, he has to sit through the briefing where they're like, yo, guess what? The US government is buying all this milk, turning it into cheese. There's a mountain of cheese in Springfield, Missouri. In real life, it's a thing, and we can't stop buying the cheese. We don't know what to do with it. Then Ronald Reagan gets elected, and he's like, we're spending $1 million a day in refrigeration for a bunch of cheese that nobody's eating. We have to get rid of it. So he proposes to the US people.
I mean, Atanashi, this video came out before he did his cheese bunker video. So I'm thinking they were probably, yeah, it's the abridged version. So I'm guessing after this video came out, he probably had a shit ton of people adding him in the comment sections going, whoa, what is this about the cheese bunker? We must know more about this. And then he did the actual cheese bunker video.
Hey, hear me out. I've got 500 million pounds of cheese. I want to throw it in the ocean. Okay, they get mad and they're like, no, we paid for the cheese. We would like the cheese at a minimum. You've taken our money. You've turned it into cheese. Give us the fucking cheese. Okay, it's a relatable human emotion. So the government cut up all the cheese into 5-pound blocks and started handing it out to people. And this is where government cheese comes from. Okay, so that goes on for a while. Fast forward, Bill Clinton ends up getting elected. And he's like, I have an idea about how to solve this milk cheese cave situation conundrum. I'm going to go to the FDA. I'm going to have them form an offshoot nonprofit company known as DMI. Dairy Management Incorporated, except this isn't going to be a non-profit where like they take charitable donations. No, we're going to make it a legal requirement for every dairy farmer in America.
Daphne, you're making me feel bad. I wasn't talking about you. I don't even know if you are or not. I was talking about the guy in the video. Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad. I love you guys. You know I would never do that to you. Yes. You know I would never do that to you.
To give these people a portion of their money so that they can advertise for them, because apparently milk and cheese isn't good enough on its own. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that the Got Milk ad campaign that was in every school cafeteria for like 3 decades is a government-funded psychological operation to convince people to drink more fucking milk because the US government fucked up buying ice cream in the 1940s. And now they want me to not own guns while simultaneously trusting their ability to systematically release fucking grizzly bears.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, I'm done. I need a beer. I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Okay.
I'm probably never gonna upload this video, but we'll see what happens.
We did, didn't we? Wow. That took a freaking turn I was not expecting. I was not expecting that rabbit hole in this video. I thought he was just going to mention something about it at the end. I did not think he would go on a 3-minute fucking rant about it.
Fun fact, it's regulations that all British tanks be fitted with hot water making facilities so the crew can make cups of tea.
Why does that not surprise me? That, I will be dead ass honest. That doesn't surprise me. That is one of the most British things I think I've ever heard.